Good afternoon, gardeners. It's Cynthia here at Cornell Farm Kitchen Garden School. So what I'm going to do today is just show you some of the things that I want to get done today in preparation for what's going to come in the future. So for example, I've prepared a bed here for planting tomatoes in late May or June. And so I'm months ahead of time here with my planning. But we've planted tomatoes in this spot in previous years, and I want to amend the soil to protect the tomato plant from not having enough calcium in the soil, and I'm going to add just a little bit more acidity to the soil using this product right here, granular gypsum. I highly recommend that you use this wherever you're planning to plant your tomatoes this year. And it's always recommended that we move our tomatoes around, that we don't plant in the same place every year. And if we do, we need to be serious about amending our soil. So this is a very simple thing to do. Meanwhile, since I have you here, I wanted to show you my beautiful little soil thermometer. So right now, our air, I tested it, and it's 44 degrees outside, but the soil itself is 40 degrees. So until the soil is 50 degrees, we are not even going to think about planting peppers or tomatoes, but we're going to get ready for them. So the granular gypsum, what we do is we add it to the top 6 inches of our tomato plot, and it doesn't take that much. So I've done it several times before, so I know what I'm doing here a little bit. And so I'm just going to give some handfuls like this. Okay, so you can see it's not real thick, but it's going to do the trick. Now I'm going to take my little lady shovel and just mix it into the top 6 inches, just like this. And as it rains over the next couple of months, this gypsum will start breaking down into the soil, and the calcium will become absorbable by the plant roots. If we just put the gypsum in and then put our tomato in, it wouldn't have all the goodness that it's going to have once it starts breaking down. Okay, so since we're here, I want to show you that I've started to empty out my cedar box here, and I grew some absolutely beautiful Utah lettuce here last year. I had 2 bunches right here, and it was really good. And I wanted to show you, you can see here there's a lot of rot. So it was just too cold and too wet for the celery to stick around. And I wanted to show you the celery roots. Aren't these something? You can see right here that if this is planted up in this area, this box is just tall enough for these roots to grow down into the soil. So that's celery. Now this is a plant called salad burnet. It overwinters just fine, but I didn't want it in this box anymore. So I wanted to show you the roots are very similar, but not, you can see they're different colors. And these are a little bit shorter than these ones. So we don't always get to see roots that grow underground. And so I wanted to just give you a look at them. I love looking at roots. Here we are at what we call our soil line. And if you ever come to our soil line, we have a little sign here that helps you decide which soils are best for what kind of application. So on here it says that for tomatoes, one of the ingredients is the seacoast compost. And the other ingredient is the recipe 420. This bag of soil right here. Mix them together and you're going to have the most gorgeous tomatoes probably ever. So get this going now, put the gypsum in, and you'll be all set. If you're antsy to get something in the ground now, we have some new veg that just came in, and it's really beautiful. We've got peas, spinach, and we've put out a couple of kinds of arugula. All of these plants are what we call cool weather plants. However, they did just come out of a greenhouse. So what I would do is, if you want to come in and get them, just keep them cool for the next week or so. Check the weather, make sure your soil's ready to go, and then you can plant these, and you'll have peas, arugula, and spinach in maybe 4 or 5 weeks. And since what we're focusing on this year is year-round gardening and succession planting, you'll plant these now. You'll be able to get another planting in 2 weeks to extend the time that you can be eating these out of your garden. And then in the fall, you can plant all these things again and get another couple of harvests in the fall. So with that, I hope to see you at our discussion. And if you can, pick up the 2 recommended books that we have written in our lesson. Thanks so much. Hope to see you in a week or so.